Hey guys, it's Mike, the head of growth at Heartbeat. And in this update, I want to share with you a new feature, how you can send posts in your community as an email blast to members. Also, I want to talk about all the ways we protect your content so that only members see it and only the right members see it. Also, we've got a great event coming up about when it's time to hire a community manager. Let's get right into it. All right, you guys, this is like the coolest feature from a marketing and growth of community perspective. When you make a post in your community, there are times you just need to make sure everybody sees it. There's a variety of notification preferences though, like if you tag at everyone or at specific paid group A versus paid group B, those people will get a notification if they have at mentioned notifications turned on. But oftentimes there's just general workflows we see people doing and workflows that I do in my community where let's say you have a poll, people vote, and then one of those two topics is an event. You then make the event. You announce the winner of the event. It's got a link to the thing. And that is an email where you're just going to copy it, put it into an email software and send it. You're going to rely on email announcement, push notifications, maybe. There's a variety of things you could do. But now if the content of that post is crafted to deliver that message, you can now post and send that post as an email to members. And I got to show you this. All right, so we're inside the gym community, which is my real community. By the way, I actually started this before I became a team member at Heartbeat. It's a real thing. I was promoted from customer. So in the gym or in any community, if you go to make a post in a post channel, you can just start typing right here. Ta-da, really awesome. You can post, but we've always had this little caret here. And right when you click on it, you could schedule that post. But now, guys, now we have send as email. So when you click in here, this is still a publishing the post button. So it is going to create a post in this channel in your community. In my case, this is the announcements channel. But now it will also send the content of this as a rich text formatted email. So I can choose to send it to all members who are in this channel who have email notification preferences turned on. I can choose a subject line, like clickbait and cool things, whatever you want. Make a real subject line. And you can schedule the email. This is scheduling the post and the email at the same time into the future. So it's like a advanced version of schedule this post. So one of the coolest features is this toggle right up here that you could, in select circumstances, and I'm taking a minute to make sure that you guys know what I mean, you can toggle this on and it will ignore members' notification preferences for email. As tempting as it would be to turn this on every time, I will give you a caveat emptor, a buyer beware moment, that you should just be cautious about this. When you disrespect members' preferences for critical updates or legally required communications, nobody's really going to bat an eyelash. If you disregard them for every post that you push out there, it's going to feel like spam. Worst case scenario, they're going to leave the community. They're going to delete their records. You're never going to be able to reach them again. So use this tastefully. But you guys, there are certain things like I really need to notify members of. I had a community meeting that I had to cancel due to a personal circumstance. Push that notification out to everybody. Ta-da, nobody showed up for the meeting and waited for wondering why Mike never started it. This is so powerful, the ability to send this email. And I gotta switch screens real quick, but I gotta show you how nice these can look. Look at this email. This is a real email I sent to my community using the new post and email functionality. You guys, look at how good it looks. It's like I designed it in like a high-end CRM. Like embedded inline images will be in your email. The H1 hierarchy of text will be in the email. I put in little like underscore line breaks to stylize the bolding and the icon, the italicis. All of it is here. And this is just so exciting. It has, look down here, this little view thread button on the bottom. It will take them right back to the post in the community. This is a chance for you to email your members critical information and get them back into the community. This is an expansion of our email functionality. We really want to start giving you guys the ability to communicate with members to drive activity back into the community. Email newsletters are great. This is one that I'm sending you. I believe in them. But encouraging interaction away from a community when the community is the fundamental space that you want people to be active in is less than optimal. This is an email communication that will drive folks back into the community, and it is able to be done with just a selection of an option that you don't have to make a whole separate email. Time saving, high return on your energy, and drives immediate engagement for the community. I couldn't be more excited. Please give it a try. Let us know how you like it. I am loving it already, and I think you guys will too. I did also want to shout out a small little change in the UI. We've had some questions come in about where the information has gone. You know that we've launched an amazing update to events in the last couple of months. And folks have been loving the flexibility on tickets and pricing and total number of seats and all the other things that it comes to events, email controls. Folks just have a couple of questions. They're like, hey, where do I get my event feedback when the event's over? Where do I read that? Because with all the new settings, like if we put buttons for everything on the front page, you just have nothing but buttons everywhere, right? And that's not useful either. So I just want to show you where this is. So this is a prior event that I held a couple months back in the gym community. It was on pricing psychology. And if you click under event details, the tab up top here, this shows you like who was invited, who showed up. If you toggle over to the attended tab, you'll be able to see the feedback summary right here. What feedback was given, any details that were given. I just want to let you know that's where it is. It's over here. It's under the event attendees table, and only the obviously people who attended were given the survey, so their results are now summarized right here. So this is a great way for you to just navigate and find out, hey, was this event, did it hit? Did it do a really good job or not? And get some qualitative feedback on was it a good event or not. So again, it's under the event details, under event attendees, and just click on the folks who have attended, and if they responded to the survey, it'll be there. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was all the ways that we protect your content. If you're creating a paid experience with premium content, where content, whether it's events or docs or videos or courses within your community, are part of the value proposition, you want to make sure the right folks see them. You obviously don't want them to be shared externally, so people who haven't paid for it can take part in those things. That kind of devalues your offer. And also, if you have tiered structures, like I do in my community, you don't want the wrong tier to access the either event or resource or course. And that is also part of what creates the need or the impetus for upsell. So I want to show you, we protect content at least in two very interesting ways. So number one is events. So we go in here. This is a real event that I have coming up this week in my community. And you'll notice that we have this badge right here that says protected link. And just so you know, if you click on that badge, it does bring you over to a Help Center article that describes what protected event links are. And essentially, it is a redirect so that when that event gets put on a member's calendar, they click on it, it redirects them through their browser or through the mobile app. And what it does is it checks that they're logged in. And when they log in, it then also checks that that logged in person has proper permissions to join the event. So instead of the calendar event having just a Zoom link or some other third-party video software, video conferencing software, you click through this heartbeat link with a redirect, and it, even if they shared that link to their best friend who's not in your community, that best friend won't be able to get in because they have to first log into the community. This is a very simple way to make sure that paid-only events stay paid access only. When you do open events, obviously that's not a problem. We don't worry about that. We don't do the redirect. But when it's a private event invited only for members or certain tiers, only those groups will have access through the redirect. The second way that we protect your content is if you use our native video hosting. Native video hosting is an optional add-on if this is something that you want to do. Instead of embedding like a YouTube embed or some other video hosting platform where it'll show other people's content when the video is done in kind of the what to watch next, let's say you want to host your own on a private player, but that alone isn't enough. You care a lot about, hey, I made this course. It's a high-value course. I don't want somebody to just share this video around. One of the ways that we protect this through the native video hosting add-on is authentication check on video load. What does that mean? It works the same way as protected links. When the video loads, at that time, we do a double check where the person who is logged in creating that request for the video to load has the right access permissions to view the content. This is a great double check where, let's say somebody had left a tab open, the video was up, and then they lapsed either a free trial or they didn't renew their monthly membership or it was the end of the year or whatever the reason might be. And they have the video open, but they're no longer having paid access to it. When the video loads, when they click play through the native video hosting player, it double checks right at that moment of pressing play. And it says, oh, this person no longer has access. And it will give them the upsell screen. It will cover it up. It'll do the standard upsell messaging that you've built into any locked content on your community. So between protected event links and double check authentication on a video load with the native video add-on, we're able to provide high levels of content security for your premium content in your community. These facts are very important to us because it's been important to you guys. We want to make sure that the things that you make are valued appropriately, and that means that they require a certain amount of investment when you dictate that they need to be. This is a great way to protect your intellectual property. You've put your brain and your experience and your knowledge into the courses and the events that you are designing and curating within your communities. They are worthy of protection. So Heartbeat has built these two ways to help you keep those safe and access limited only to those who've earned it. Now, before I wrap things up, I cannot stress enough how hard it can be to run a community, especially as it starts scaling and you start feeling like I'm wearing so many hats and this hat's getting heavier than the other one I'm wearing. There may be a time where bringing in help makes sense. When that is, though, can be a hard thing to figure out. And so we have an awesome event for folks who might be approaching this inflection point with their community in the Hearth. We have How to Hire a Community Manager, hosted by Bree Lever. And if you don't know Bree, you should, because we've sponsored the podcast, Dear Bree. She is an expert at building communities and advising community builders in how to grow. And we are so glad to have her joining us for this session. What you're going to learn is you'll walk away with complete clarity on what options you have to bring someone in to help you with growing your community. And you'll know which option is best for today and where to go when you are ready to make that step. And that's important because where you are today and where the next step is may not be necessarily the same thing. Maybe today it still makes sense for you to do you. Maybe there's some other techniques Bree is going to share with us that's a stopgap. And then maybe there's a full-on hiring and when and how do I do that when I'm ready to hire somebody. If you are interested in learning about this topic, it is Wednesday, September 10th at 3 p.m. Eastern. 46 people have already RSVP'd to this. So if this is interesting to you, you're not alone. I highly recommend you RSVP. I'll be there. Bree will be there. I hope you're there too. All right, and that is everything that I have for you guys in this weekly update. As always, I'm Mike, the head of growth at Heartbeat, and I'll see you guys next time.